Hello, my name's Gabriel and I have what they call schizophrenia. Today's video is gonna be about the music I'm gonna make. So I'm making two albums. You might have heard in my last video I told you I was gonna release an album. If you don't already know, I have schizophrenia. Um, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia at the age of 16 in 2015. I'm 22 now. I turned 23 in January. I've been through 2 episodes of psychosis. First one only really lasted a few days, but I was still sick for like months and months and months. But I didn't, like when you go through psychosis, there's parts of it that are fun and you don't really notice that you're sick. And then there's the part where it all hits you and it becomes scary. And that's where all like the delusions and all these things, when all those delusions hit you, that's when it becomes scary. So yeah, I've been through 2 episodes of psychosis, if you don't already know. The first one was in 2015, and then I was hospitalized for 9.5 weeks. Got out. Then I maybe took me a good year to recover and adapt to new situations, and my last episode of psychosis was in the year of 2020. Basically what happened is, honestly, it was a clusterfuck. Part of it was, sorry, I just swore. Part of it was, I guess, it's hard to explain. Basically, I felt like I went through an awakening at first, but then I think the awakening only lasted a day, and then after that day, I started overthinking it, and it turned into psychosis, and then the whole theme of my psychosis was a morphed, messed up version of my mini awakening. So I felt all this love and all this stuff, right? And I got addicted to the awakening. But as I I thought the awakening over and over and over again. And every time I thought about the awakening, I altered the meaning in my own head. And I did that about 1,000 times until it was completely morphed into a different thing. And that's when my psychosis happened and all these delusions. And if I was fearing something in the moment, my voices would reflect that fear. And it was really messed up. But that was the second episode of psychosis. But the second episode of psychosis really opened up my heart, and I have there's something I feel that I need to share, and that's why I'm releasing 2 albums soon. So one of the albums is a mixtape, and basically the mixtape is I go on YouTube and search free beats to use, and that will be the mixtape. Will be beats that I took off YouTube with the creator's permission, and then I sing and rap over it. And the second album is basically gonna be me making the instrumentals as well as the singing and drumming. So yeah, those are the 2 mixtapes. I'll show you the equipment I'm working with here. That's my guitar. Got my piano. And I got this little machine here. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. And I'm still learning how to use the machine. Another thing I want to talk about is, since I quit smoking, my hypochondria has been not as bad. But like right now, I'm getting a pain right here. It's kind of like a shooting pain in my brain, and it lasts like only a second, and then it goes away. Then I feel it again in an hour. But that's been bugging my hypochondria a little bit. Maybe just because I'm trying to focus, but yeah. So yeah, those 2 albums I'm working on. I'm really excited about them. Some of the songs on the mixtape are songs that I've sung over in the year 2020, and I hadn't had a chance to really release it and put it into an album, so there's going to be songs from the end of 2020 in it, other than songs from the beginning of 2021, and some of them are pretty good in my opinion. I hope you guys like them. And yeah, I'm really excited about the portable music studio I got, because I'll actually be able to kind of make beats with my guitar. Like, I'm not a pro guitar player at all. I'm trying to learn so I can express myself, but I'm alright with piano. Like you saw when I showed you what I'm working with, I got the piano over here, and that I need to get a new cord for. I just ordered it on Amazon like 2 hours ago, but I need to get a cord for that so I can hook it up to my portable studio. Right now only my guitar works, and the microphone I have is USB. It's a USB microphone, and that doesn't have USB ports, so I have to get a microphone that actually has the right circular ports in it. I wasn't doing symbolism there, but yeah, so I need to get a new microphone. I need to get a new cord, but I ordered the cord on Amazon. Should be here by Sunday, I think. And once that's here, I'll be able to play my piano over it too. But yeah, I'll show you the studio thing again. So that's basically the knobs on it. Like, you can reverb it to make the guitar or your singing or the piano sound echoey. And basically you can just you can record something, trim it, and then record over it on another channel, and then bind it all together. Then so like I could record instead of having 3 guitars being played at the same time, I can play one guitar, save it, then play the same guitar over that loop, and then play, if you know what I mean. So basically that's what I'll be doing. A couple guitar channels and some piano. And I can turn my piano into different instruments. I'm not sure if I already said that. I might have. But I'll be doing that too, so I can like add violin and stuff. But yeah, since mid-2020, I've felt the need to really express myself. And I feel like if it wasn't for that episode of Psychosis, I wouldn't have the feel in me to make music. My first episode of Psychosis was in 2015, like I said, and basically before I was hospitalized, I stayed up all night, 24 hours a day, and then slept 12 hours, then stayed up 24, so basically what I was doing in those 24 hours, I'd get up in the morning or at night, and I would make beats on FL Studio for 24 hours straight. Get like maybe 12 hours of sleep, wake up, second I wake up, make a coffee, go back to making beats on FL Studio. I did that for like 3 months. And it was a really fucked up experience because, like I said, on one of my first videos on this channel over a year ago, during that time I was using the Ghost Box, which is like a little channel scanner. It scans through thousands of channels per minute, and basically little voices come in through those channels. And I thought I was speaking to spirits from hell, and it really fucking scared me. I thought, and I started hearing in the Ghost Box, I was hearing voices saying, get him, he knows too much," shit like that. So that's what caused the panic, and then I went a little psychotic for like 12 hours, and I went to bed. I was terrified. Woke up, the police were standing. Like, I woke right up, jumped off the couch, looked, and the police were there. I thought it was people coming to kill me. I was like, oh great, it's actually happening. But then I saw that it was the police, and I'm like, okay, guess I'm going to the hospital. And then I had a meltdown in the hospital, and they put me in a room. I was there in that holding thing for 72 hours. Then they transferred me to the bigger ward, and within a couple days I was allowed to go out for smokes. But yeah, it was a really really rough 9.5 weeks. But nowadays, if I were to go there, I feel like I would make the best out of it. If there was advice I could give my old self, the advice would be just cooperate. Cooperation will get you out faster. The harder you try to hold on to something, we'll use the trailer park boy analogy. The harder you try to hold on to the rope, the faster you slide down it. So the harder you try to resist meds, the faster or the longer sorry. I think you get the point. If you try to resist something, it's going to end up happening to you faster with more force. So if you're in the hospital saying, oh, I don't need meds, blah, 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 you're just going to stay in there longer. And eventually you're going to be put on the meds anyway. So you're really not doing anything but wasting time. And I can't blame myself for acting that way. It's a scary experience. And I didn't believe I had an illness. I thought that they were holding me there because I knew too much, or just trying to ruin my album, because I was trying to have an album released by June of 2015, and it didn't end up happening because I got put in there for 9.5 weeks, and that kind of tore my pride away, because I was working on something for like 3 months straight, and it was just taken away from me, because I felt I had to do it my way. I felt like I had to control the situation, and I felt like I couldn't be on meds if I was making an album, because I had to be my pure self. But now I realize that I have to be on meds. But when I got out of the hospital, I stayed on the meds anyway in 2015, and I didn't come off. I might have changed meds a few times, but I didn't fully come off meds until 2020, because that whole time I didn't believe I had schizophrenia. And when I came off the meds, I was in for a surprise. Horrible summer. Complete horrible summer. But there was one day, basically, before the psychosis, I had an awakening that lasted a day, and then it turned into psychosis. But that one interesting day made me addicted to being off meds, and took me 2 months. Well, it really took me a month. I got put on olanzapine, but then it took me like another additional 2 months to realize I had to go back on the clozapine. But like, I didn't admit I had schizophrenia until August. Psychosis started in, I believe it was the end of June, beginning of July, and it wasn't until August where I realized I had schizophrenia, because I was like, okay, I have to make sense out of this. Like, I know I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but is this really... This doesn't seem right. I feel like I've lost my mind. Maybe I am schizophrenic. And then I watched videos on it, and the weight was off my shoulders. I felt relieved. I felt much happier because I could word it. I could make sense of it now. But I'm still trying to put that one intense day into some lyrics on a song, and that's exactly why I'm interested in music, because there's things I won't say on this channel about that one day and experience that made it very emotional, and I just don't think people would believe me when I say it. So I'm just gonna try my best to express it in the music. And I hope you guys can relate. Sure, it'll sound good anyway, hopefully. But yeah, music's always been always had a connection to my heart and my soul. And I do feel like I need to translate my feelings into music. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I have about 5 songs that I've made for the mixtape with other people's beats, and I'm probably gonna release those soon, probably before my my actual album that I make the beats for myself. So I hope you guys enjoy the mixtape and the other album, and it should be coming out soon. I don't really have a date. I'm just trying to work on putting it all together and editing some of the clips. But once that's done, I'll transfer it to my Chromebook if it lets me, and I'll upload it from there. It won't be on this channel though, I don't think. I'm gonna make a second channel for my music, and then I'll tell you guys what the channel is called. Channel should be it'll probably just be my name, Gabriel Niemeyer, with maybe like music at the end, Gabriel Niemeyer Music, Gabriel Niemeyer TV, something like that. And I don't know, maybe if there's any artists out there who want to collab, like if you're watching my video and you're into music too, maybe we can make music, like even if you're across the world, like if you're in the UK, I'm in Canada, if you make beats or whatever, you can send a beat over here, then I'll sing over it, or vice versa. I could do the guitar and the piano, I can send it your way, or you can do a verse and I can do a verse, we can just send the file back and forth until it's done. If any of you guys are interested in music, just let me know. But yeah, also let me know in the comments if you've had a psychosis that had a very deep meaning to your soul and your heart, but then turned into a living nightmare within a matter of weeks. Just let me know if you've been through something like that, because that first day of it, I was crying in happiness. And that might sound weird, but like I was literally crying in happiness because of the I just felt so much unconditional love that manifested out of nowhere. And I think that was because I came off my meds and my brain went into overdrive. But then I gained a little too much confidence, stepped too far down the rabbit hole, and suddenly my imagination became my fake reality, I guess, because if you gain so much confidence in yourself, every thought I think is real, like that thought I think, like I'm super powerful, so that thought must be real. If you start doing that, everything you imagine is going to feel real. Like a normal person without schizophrenia could be sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder if I can fly, or it'd be cool if I could fly. But someone with so much confidence because they have schizophrenia will be like, I think I can fly. Or they'll just imagine themselves flying, and once we imagine ourselves flying, it's like, okay, I bet I can fly. That's just an example. It's kind of a dumb analogy, but we gain so much confidence in ourselves that everything we imagine must be real in our mind. So then when we imagine something bad, it manifests into a bad psychosis. And it's a really horrible feeling, but yeah, so basically that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've been watching YouTube, of course. That's like one of the main things I do, watch YouTube. And then I watch Netflix at night and YouTube. And to be honest with you, I sometimes go out and look at the stars, and I don't know, I see some cool shit up there. And I hope that we come to the point on Earth where we can, or where the governments can admit that these UFOs exist, because it's not rocket science. Anyone can look up to the sky and see something moving up there. It's really not rocket science. But yeah, so I'm working on those albums. Been watching lots of YouTube, keeping myself busy. Watching Netflix, chilling out. Going outside when it gets dark, like it is now. Right now it's dark. And then I look at the stars and see if I can see anything moving. Then I come in, relax, take my pills, and pretty much go to bed. Last night I put on a meditation because I do a lot of meditating, and I put on a meditation that makes you sleepy. It tricks your brain into releasing certain endorphins that make you very sleepy. So I put on that meditation last night because I really wanted to get to sleep, and it worked. I closed the meditation, closed my eyes. Probably within 3 minutes I was asleep and I woke up. I'll tell you a weird experience I had. One night I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked out the window from my bed. It was dark. And then I heard a voice say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I blinked and I opened my eyes and I looked out the window and it was light out. And I found that the weirdest thing ever. Like, I was awake in the middle of the night, half asleep, saw it was dark out, closed my eyes, heard that voice count down, and when I opened them, it was light out. It's literally like I travel timed. I don't know what the hell. I believe that when we sleep, we actually enter the spiritual realm. And the reason I think that is because I don't think our bodies recharge when we sleep. I think our souls recharge. So basically we have energy, right? And then we go throughout the day, we use that energy on different things, and then we feel drained afterwards. We go to bed, we enter the spiritual realm where there's infinite energy that recharges us. We explore the universe. I mean, even if the dreams don't make sense, there's always a place in the universe. Because some people see their relatives that have passed away or their pets that have passed away in their dreams. And it only makes sense to believe that if they can visit you in your dreams, then your dreams must be happening in a real place in the universe because they have access to it as well. So, yeah, I believe we recharge ourselves in our sleep by traveling. I think every time you dream, you're astral projecting. It doesn't matter how weird or crazy the dream is. You could be dreaming about fucking SpongeBob. It's still got a place in the universe. I believe everything that you can possibly think of exists somewhere. But yeah, forget what I was talking about before that. Oh yeah, that weird countdown. So yeah, I think maybe, I don't know, you might think I'm crazy or whatever, but I do think it's possible to time travel in our sleep. I mean, how do we know that that we're not like speeding up time somehow? There's certain things that we don't really understand about this universe. I mean, we might start to crack the code a little bit and start to understand it a little bit, but it's like, you know, if we sped up time in our sleep, what about the people who stayed up all night? That kind of thing. But I don't get too lost into that stuff because I find it really interesting, but if I overthink about it, I'll lose my mind. But I do think about that stuff a lot, and I find it pretty fascinating. But yeah. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Making music, watching Netflix, YouTube, and going out every night and looking at the stars. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, like button, dislike, it's up to you. And yeah, I will be sure to see you in another video. Thank you guys. My name's Gabriel and I have what they call schizophrenia. Take care. Peace.